All right, Bulldog fans, we're about ready to get started with our game against Rigby. So, gonna be going up. We got Nick. We got I don't remember his name. We got Noah. We got Ronan, and we got Delano. We're going to have three of those on stream today. So, actually, maybe we have four. Maybe we have all four today. That'll be awesome. So we'll be getting started. We're going to be going Lijiang Tower. And just wait for the teams to get ready to go. As always, if you're watching, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. We definitely appreciate every little bit that goes our way. This is round 3 or week 3 of the Idaho Esports Association's Overwatch competition. This will be a lot of fun. So we'll be right back once the action's ready to start.
मैं तो खोया रहूं तेरी यादों में तेरी बातों में ना तुझे जाने मैं दूं अपने ख्यालों से ना जाने कितने पल तूने मुझको रुलाया फिर भी मैंने कभी ना छोड़ा तेरा साया बेपनाह दिल को मैंने तो खुद ही संभाला मैं तो खोया रहूं तेरी यादों में तेरी बातों में ना तुझे जाने मैं दूं अपने ख्यालों से मैं तो खोया रहूं उन लम्हों के पन्नों में यादों में ना कुछ पाया मैंने फिर भी खोया हूँ दिल से पूरा सुकून तन्हा दिल रोया था जिस दिन तूने छोड़ा था हाथ फिर कभी न लौट आया तू एक बार मैं तो खोया रहूं मैं तो खोया रहूं मैं तो खोया रहूं तेरी यादों में तेरी बातों में ना तुझे जाने मैं दूं अपने ख्यालों से
All right, Bulldog fans, we're about ready to get started with our first match of Overwatch. This is going to be located in Lijiang Tower. Going to have Sandpoint going against Rigby Maroon. Rigby should be a familiar name. We went, I believe, against them last week and got a little bit hit. So let's jump into the action. So Sandpoint is going to, or both times teams are on the attack. They're going to be pushing for a control point. There's actually three potential points here to be made, but needs to win by 2. The entire is one as a win, best of 5. So we're going to have a couple different things and be able to see what's going on. So Sandpoint, we got Nick taking on as Ana, go figure. We got Noah that's running, I'm guessing, as tank. We're looking for Noah BXG for that thing. We got Ronan running around as Soldier 76. We got Hanzo as always, and it looks like Noah's playing Bulldog. Going that Sandpoint going kind of holding out to the side so they do not have to down the value so you can hear me a little more because I'm totally more important. And so Hanzo trying to do a little damage, getting everyone moved. Lucio getting a little far forward. Hanzo trying to get that elimination does not make that happen. Orisa coming up and punishing that Hanzo for getting too far forward. Rigby able to go and connect that point. Nick just giving it a second, waiting for the rest of his team to get ahead of him. Not a frontline character right there. Not actually streaming today. He is playing Ronan running and gunning as Soldier 76, as Soldier 76 does. Noah switching. Get something happening, getting something moving. Nick pushing as much as he can. Not able to sell the Soldier, just getting eliminated. Getting some heals.
You're powered up.
Nick
Get in there.
onto his thing. Noah using that nano, taking advantage of the situation, pushing that point. Orisa using her ult, sleeping Orisa, and with that. Looks like they got an elimination of that tank out there. Sandpoint able to go and capture that point. Yes, they are. So the Mei not kind of punishing on point quite enough. Mei popping her ult.
Keep an eye out.
Looks like most people were able to get out of it. So definitely going that place. Sandpoint a little far off point for how I kind of normally like to have this guy as well. There we go. Sandpoint pushing the fight, making a little farther out. Nick sticking back, kind of watching and making sure that no one tries to grab that point. Antied, not able to make it happen. Mei getting a... Was that the ult? Did your ult get off? I don't think so. Alright, so Sandpoint going forward, anti-ing that Orisa. Orisa getting knocked out. Sandpoint getting eliminated, getting 3. I think Rigby will probably be able to take the point.
What's up?
Rigby able to take that point back.
I've seen tougher spots.
Sandpoint needing to go forward and kind of get an elimination, get everything. Sandpoint having a pretty good attack on that one, but just not winding up with the win in the end. I'm gonna turn down this character as well. Ronan going up and around, providing a little bit of flanking to try and get some damage. Maybe getting the flank, getting that Lucio, trying to get those supports, taking out Lucio. Big move there. Getting double, triple teamed on that attack right there. Nick pushing forward. Sandpoint needing to get on point in order to stop and kind of hold what's going on. I would guess probably not going to make it onto point, having to get through the kind of middle of this. This is not the end for Sandpoint, though. They have another round at least to get that objective. Sandpoint re-looking and gonna figure out what they're gonna do in this next round. So round one going to Rigby. This round one of game one. So if Rigby wins again, they do take the first game. If they do not take the first win or this one, then it's gonna go to a third round. It looks like Ronan switching up and going with May. All right, and Sandpoint going out the gate, going to try to utilize that Orisa. Looks like I'm guessing Ana for Nick and Hanzo. Sandpoint going around to the left, trying to grab that point. Point doesn't unlock for a few seconds, so it's okay for Sandpoint not to be on point. Nick, as Ana, trying to push forward, definitely trying to help out that Hanzo. Delano playing as Moira, not able to pull that off. Oh, he moved away. That's what it was. All right, so Rigby does have the point. It is slowly ticking towards Rigby's side. They do need to make it 100% without anyone being on the point at the end of that 100. Sandpoint can bring it back if they want. Sleeping the Genji, getting rid of the Mercy. Big move for Sandpoint, very helpful. Sandpoint hopefully going to be able to go jump on that point and capture. Let's see, I don't know who's doing the capturing right now. Ronan having switched over to Junkrat, sorry, apologies, and going and helping capture that point. Sandpoint capturing the point again at about the 40%. They saw that last game where they got it at the 50 mark. He's eliminated, so switch characters, going back to Nick, getting some of those heals from the point, holding that point. Bastion ult coming in, not much effect from what it could look like. Lab test 8, getting a whole bunch of damage in there, pushing that point, helping to provide those eliminations, cleaning house on that Rigby backline, eliminating the Orisa and the Mei. Lots of utility there from that turret mode. Sandpoint just about to take the lead. Sandpoint taking the lead. Finally, in percentage, definitely a back and forth game. The Sandpoint is not out of this, and neither is Rigby. Both teams fighting furiously to keep what they have going. Bastion v Bastion now, one Bastion losing from the other. Multiple ults used can have good things, but using a bunch of ults at one point might not be worth it. Rigby gonna be able to take that point. Sandpoint is in the looks like at least one ult ready on Sandpoint's side. Can't see the other players necessarily when I'm in this specific view. Sandpoint pushing back forward. Bastion trying to help clear some of those back lines. Gets ulted. Sandpoint trying to go and grab that point. Rigby now in the lead at 68. Sandpoint falling back just a little bit, trying to keep everyone together. Bastion ult. Gets one elimination out of that ult. Sandpoint pushing forward, trying to get that elimination. Bastion v Bastion, hoping to get a little support on that Bastion hit. Not able to get it. Orisa behind. Bastion able to hold that. Sandpoint on point. That's going to help clock in and overtime. Sandpoint grabbing the point, now needing to kind of keep this completely for themselves, not allowing the other team on there at all. Bastion falling back. Ooh, asleep on the Orisa, definitely buying Sandpoint a little bit of time. Junkrat going down. That is not great. 10, 10% the Rigby likely to go and rush point. Sandpoint going back, getting on point, saying, hey, we know what they're going to try and do. This is going to go into an overtime situation. Bastion getting eliminated. Moira getting eliminated. Only Junkrat. Is it Junkrat only left? Trying to clear it. It gets eliminated. Don't think Sandpoint will have enough time to get back on point. And that will be GG's for that round. So that's just the game one. Making sure I get those points so that way I can input everything on the back end. So we will be right back after they're finished selecting. Yeah, I'm just jumping in to help with that. Oops. Did I? All right, Sandpoint coming back, going to choose. I missed what that looks like. King's Row is what we're going to be playing on this time around. Sandpoint changing it up a little bit, getting a little bit of strategy put into place. So looks like we got a few players playing their same kind of go-to, a couple changes. Can't tell what Noah's going to be playing. Noah changing it up a little bit as well on tank. So Sandpoint going to go push forward. Objective of this is kind of a combination of control and escort. Escort we could potentially see much later on if it gets into it. So first thing that they're going to need to do is they're going to need to grab this point, or the other team is going to need to grab this point in order to take it, and then from there, Sandpoint will. Oops, I need to update that. Sandpoint defending this spot, and then they will have a payload that they have to push as they go through. I'm going to mute myself while I go and fix some stats so the display looks better.
Here we go again, pretending we don't care. But I know at the end, you will always be there. Every step I take, I am scared to fall down. And sometimes love just isn't enough. But if I had a chance, I know I'd find my way back to you somehow. I try to move on, but my heart won't let go whenever I try. The feeling just grows. I try to move on, but I'm haunted by your love. If anyone asks, I say goodbye to you somehow.
Alright, and we're back. Sandpoint trying to hold that point. Looks like Rigby getting a couple little headway on that position. Looks like Sandpoint falling back off the position, trying to get a defensive location set up for the next part of this. So now Sandpoint challenged to stop that payload. Sandpoint a little ult rich. That'll be good. It's a great spot to kind of try and hold them with this type of information. Sandpoint going through Ronan, walking around, going one-on-one with Farah. The Mercy coming in. Farah just being reintroduced back into the Idaho Esports group because 2 weeks has experience. So Farah going up. Ilari actually doing some good damage. I didn't switch, sorry, in time for that Ilari to actually get that kind of elimination on that Farah. Let's see here. Let's go back to Ronan. Getting some damage put into place. Sandpoint pushing forward, trying to get on point, stop that payload from moving any farther than it needs to. Getting an elimination for Ronan there. Going forward, pushing that. And you'll notice that Ronan does have it slightly different colored than everyone else, but that's player choice, right? Going forward, Nick trying to heal, trying to give some help to Noah, putting out his stuff, and going forward, getting some heals. Changing, maybe not the best placement for his pylon, but it is what it is. Sandpoint being able to hold that point, getting some stuff out of there, pushing a point. Rigby's tank getting a little too far forward and getting penalized for it. Sandpoint able to push forward, kind of a 1-for-1 happening here. Sandpoint being able to finally push back Rigby. If you do see that timer at the very top, Sandpoint wanting to try and keep the payload from getting to that blue, where you see blue right now, wanting to keep them from getting to that blue spot for the remaining of the time, so 2 minutes 35 seconds remaining. Sandpoint. Soldier 76 going against Nalari typically doesn't work out all that well. Hanzo getting some out of there, running slightly away, not having any supports, no healing coming his way. But they're able to make it happen. Sandpoint kind of back a little bit on the back heel, trying to hold that spot. Rigby pushing it forward. 2 minutes. See if Sandpoint's able to go touch that point. Probably not. Put a little delay on there, and they make it to the point. So, a little extra time added back on there. Even if they make it all the way to the end, does not mean that Sandpoint is out of the mix. They'll still be able to make things happen. Let's see who's still alive. No one. Everyone's dead. Okay, so effectively a team wipe. Sandpoint getting forward, trying to go, and Rigby pushing forward on the point. Trying to kind of give a little breathing room for that payload to get advanced as far as possible. Distance is always the key in this, and if you've got time, that helps a lot too. Nick using his ult, getting some shots off, not able to really get much use out of it. Sandpoint getting there. Soldier 76 getting res back. Mercy giving her life for that. Sandpoint almost getting a team kill. Can they finish it off? Doesn't look like they will be able to make that happen. Hanzo having their ult ready. Don't know about the rest of the team. Lari putting her healing whatever thing in a really good spot, getting eliminated, probably coming from the right hand side, though Sandpoint hasn't reacted to that potential threat. Hanzo popping off his ult, not getting too much for the cost. Genji going forward, trying to help provide some eliminations, getting rid of that, whoever that was, Lucio maybe? Staggering the other team, which is always desired. Soldier 76 still up. Alari getting a little love. Or, not Alari. Alari getting a little love. Lucio back in the action, causing chaos, as Lucio does. Sandpoint needing to hold for another minute, keeping Rigby back and away from where they are. Let's see here. Sandpoint, Genji having his ult, see if he utilizes it. Alari's still a ways out, and Hanzo, I think, also a ways out on having that available to them as well. As always, I cannot tell what Noah's doing because he's streaming to his personal one. So if you want to check that out, go find him. I don't know what his YouTube channel is, but so Larry going in, providing those heals. 20 seconds, trying to hold and keep that point, keep it off. Next Sandpoint, if they're able to hold for the next 15 seconds, will need to push all of Rigby off of the point in order to keep them alive. Oh, and 2 falling off the edge, very much going in Sandpoint's favor there. Big mistake on Rigby having that happen. Lifeweaver just getting eliminated. Rigby potentially just throwing their potential win right there. Big fall right there. So Sandpoint pretty excited. Sandpoint does have the chance to win now. They just need to get past that point in the time allotted to them. It'll definitely be a challenge for Sandpoint, but they are ones to take on the challenge here. So we will wait as they kind of get to it.
whenever I try. The feeling just grows. I try to move on, but I'm haunted by your love. If anyone asks, I'd say I go back to you somehow. I'd say I go back to you somehow. I go back to you.
Alright, and we're back at it. Looks like Sandpoint kind of getting to it. Let's see here. I gotta pause the music in the background, otherwise I get distracted way too easy. Haunted trying to make moves. Sandpoint struggling a little bit to get on point. Feel like Rigby maybe got on point a little faster than Sandpoint has, but that's definitely not against Sandpoint in any way, shape, or form right now. Ronan still going as Genji, trying to push that point. I guess I should maybe use their gamer tag. Unicorn Ghost, trying to push that point. Going and moving, trying to push off the Zen. Able to get the elimination. Now they're going for that tank. Not having the support, definitely going to be hurting him. Oh, there is a Lucio still up. Getting the Lucio. Lucio getting up and airborne. However, getting eliminated. Sandpoint on point. Genji going out, trying to buy Sandpoint time to keep them off of that point. Sandpoint trying to capture the point. 3 being the best thing. Sandpoint able to grab that point. Can't remember where Sandpoint was versus Rigby and that timing right there. Alright. Sandpoint on point. Looks, guessing Nick is going to be the, what they quote-unquote call a payload princess, sitting on that payload, making sure that it's keeping to advance. Sandpoint wanting to get 3 on there ideally, however, anything is better than nothing. That's going to be the hard one for Sandpoint, is staying on that and helping them. Noah getting ulted by the Ana. Ana sitting on point, providing as much support as he can, getting blocked by that shield. Good kind of shield placement, even if it wasn't intentional. One on point, or 2 on point. Definitely not going to go in Sandpoint's way right here. They're probably going to get, yep, there's one. Ult.
I realized that I was in a match and I was about to teabag him, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I was like, I can't do that.
Alright, let's see here. Sandpoint having 2 ults in their favor. Unknown amount from Rigby. Not something we can see from this angle. Sandpoint needing to go and push up, grab that payload, and start escorting it forward. I think we have about a minute until we're about the same point where Rigby was, so Sandpoint getting that point potentially a little faster, if I remember things correctly. Lifeweaver getting their ult off. Sandpoint providing his ground shot, providing as much support as he can. Rigby pushing way forward, getting kind of a drop on Sandpoint. Genji coming out, trying to get on that point while everyone is doing other stuff. Of course, if they're watching this stream, they'll know that. Oh, and Bastion seeing the issue, probably making callouts to his teammates saying, hey, they're on point, we need to get back there. Rigby pushing back to the point. Hopefully spreading out Rigby as they backpedal a little bit going. Noah being nanoed as that's 2 ults for Sandpoint being used, but definitely got some movement out of that. Sandpoint pushing that payload a little bit behind where Rigby was, but that isn't to say they can't make it up completely. Sandpoint a little bit poor, looks like, on ults. They need to get that payload to the point. Let's see where that timer lands in that interaction. If they're able to pull it off or not. Sandpoint able to get the point. Awesome. Trying to give that Genji a little bit of healing love. Now going for Roadhog. Roadhog getting boosted. Sandpoint pushing that point, staying on point, remembering that subjectives overkills. Ground shot getting eliminated. Lab test 8, pushing forward. Ulting, oh, missed ult on Rigby, costing them a complete ult, hitting absolutely nobody. Definitely working in Sandpoint's favor there. Genji taking on that, whatever his name is, I can't think of it. Getting the Kiri, now going for that tank. Can he get that Sigma down? Yes, he can. Sandpoint going and trying to eliminate the Bastion, get him off the point. Sandpoint just needing to get that purple-pink space that you see on Ronin's screen. Yellow on Nyx. Sandpoint pushing forward. Will they be able to get this if they make this happen? Cassidy's down. Cassidy's there. Lifeweaver's ult getting eliminated. Lifeweaver still on point, trying and helping as much as they can. Sandpoint getting the win, taking that game, doing great. So good job, Sandpoint. Actually, let's see who the play of the game is. All right. Wow, Moira getting play of the game. Let's see how this happens. All right. Sandpoint making that happen. All right. We will be right back after the other team selects.
Before I claim that I want you, your beauty's running through my veins. It's hard to, I don't know if I'm thinking wrong. The thought of you, it's getting stuck in the middle of this long, long road. You and me are filled with joyous pleasure. I like the way you describe passion. It's nothing brighter than love of you, yeah. Now it's time to be clear, yeah. We got a story to share with the world. This is just
thinking things about us together. It wasn't easy to ignore what I feel about you when you're my own best friend. Would you tell me, am I getting too close? 'Cause I can't guess what you will say. Although I'm scared to lose a friendship, but this time, let me try to change your mind. Maybe it's you. Yeah, I should have told you something I say. Can sound crazy, but got to love the way you smile at me. I wanna call you mine now. Nobody feels like this, it's always been you. Knowing how much you care about me keeps me living questions if you feel the same. It wasn't easy to act like I don't care when you told me a girl asked you out. So just tell me, should I not cross the line? 'Cause I can't guess what you will say. Although I'm scared to lose a friendship, but this time, let me try to change your mind. Maybe it's you. Yeah, I should have told you something I say. Can sound crazy, but got to love the way you smile at me. I wanna call you mine now. Nobody feels like this, it's always been you. Nobody feels like this, it's always been you.
And we're back. Sandpoint going up against Rigby, this time on flashpoints. This is similar to Control, that there's going to be 3 points that they need to get a hold of. However, difference here being it's all in one game. We don't do any type of resets after the fact. Sandpoint going and not getting on point. And there we go. Hearing Nick in the background going, oh, wait, I don't want to get yelled at again. I think it was 2 games ago, Sandpoint thought that they were on point, and they'd captured it, and they were getting points. They were not. Sandpoint, Nick getting a little far out for kind of my comfort. Sandpoint controlling this point quite well. Pushing what they can. Let's see. Let's switch it around a little bit. Ronan going out, kind of being a menace with Genji, as Genji kind of does. Sorry, trying to work on an integration that's not working the way I wanted it to. So Sandpoint, Genji getting up there. Sandpoint still in control of the point. Don't know if anyone's babysitting that. Looks like all Sandpoint's babysitting the point. Just the look from Ronan's side threw me off. Sandpoint controlling this 1 point. They do need to make it to 3 points in order to control this. Doing some work. Rigby starting to having to make the decision if they're going to try and push this point or if they're going to let it go. Sandpoint kind of standing off point. Rigby pushing enough time to put it into overtime. Rigby actually being able to make that happen. Olari, Noah trying to get some kind of stuff out of there. Olari getting back up on there. Sandpoint trying to get up, needing to capture that point as fast as they can, hoping for that overtime to expire before Rigby can touch the point. And Sandpoint gets the first point. All right, now they're on to the next location. I can't remember the name of this one. This is Nick fat fingering an ult by the looks of it. Costly potentially for Sandpoint, not great.
I think it actually needs to
Players in the background making questionable choices. We may have to talk about that during practice. Getting a kind of thing. Sandpoint going. They're going to try and grab this point in a second whenever it unlocks. Sandpoint going to grab this. Hanzo holding them off enough time for Sandpoint to grab the point, start getting that tick going in their way. Sandpoint sitting on at least one ult. Let's see. Genji getting at least one out of that ult. Orisa being able to counter back and make something happen. Alari getting support, giving support. Hanzo using his ults to at least one effect and potentially another. Orisa getting a little more, I think, use out of her ult than Genji did. I'm not sure who's still on point, but holding it and keeping it enough, still ticking in Sandpoint's favor up to 68% before switching over to Rigby. Sandpoint pulling back just to regroup, building up for that next team fight. Hanzo getting kind of chased by everyone. See here. Genji going forward, pushing that point. Sandpoint wanting to try and grab that point if they can. Noah going as Roadhog, kind of his go-to at this point, it feels like. Orisa getting rid of, I think that was Soldier. No, Nick's, or I need to fix his at some point. Sandpoint going in, grabbing the point, a little bit lower. Rigby technically in the lead. Sandpoint grabbing the point, getting that point, trying to get some percentages going.
Dude, I just want to say, my play of the game was ruined right there by no one's there.
All right, Sandpoint hoping that Rigby not able to come back in that 6. Ooh, stopping and preventing Soldier to getting on the point. Oh, just getting on the point just in time. Sandpoint not potentially winning this team fight. Potentially, if they are able to just knock off this last player. The Mei causing issues. Everyone binding up to get her. And it goes in their face. All right. So Sandpoint now running to the next point. If they get this one, being able to definitely get in a good spot to potentially win this entire match series for this game. I'll switch off someone that isn't looking at their scoreboard constantly. Getting some information on where the enemy team is. I think this one's called Market, but I can't remember. No, I think the other one's Market. I don't know. Sandpoint, ooh, nice kill from Hanzo, using the ult, potentially getting rid of the Mercy, giving some space. Bastion going down, can Sandpoint take it? I don't know, I don't think so. So Rigby able to get some out of there. Oh, Sandpoint getting, or Nick, or whatever, ground shot getting a hit from behind. Ronin getting in there, causing some chaos. Unicorn Ghost getting one. Sandpoint going in, trying to get that Mercy. Mercy down. Bastion still up. Genji getting eliminated by the Bastion. However, potentially giving Sandpoint enough to grab that point. Yes, Sandpoint able to grab that point. Now able to build up, hoping to get a 3-0 win on this. It does slightly matter what that score was. Hanzo potentially not getting anything out of that use. However, definitely bringing them down some, which is always a good thing to use. Don't think anyone got caught in that. 2 ultimates used that I saw. Potentially more. Little team fight going on here. Maybe not the best time of use of those ultimates. Getting another elimination. Sandpoint, can they get the team kill? I think, was that a team kill? That is a team kill for Sandpoint. That might just seal the deal on this one. There might be one more left. Sandpoint sticking back, knowing that they can't move. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is game for Sandpoint. So that's another win, Sandpoint. 3-0. That's what we love to see as Bulldogs. Having one more. The next one will be push. We'll see where that goes. I'll switch to seeing what this was.
Oh, I did hit them. I was trying to aim for the Bastion. ZB jumped the Bastion, bro.
All right. All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Reckless, more than I've been free. Defenseless, with your eyes on me. It's like I'm caught inside your endless sea, falling fast into the deep. Surrender, won't be sound asleep. Yeah. I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss, consumed in action. I've never known a life like this, to the beat. Infectious, comes so naturally. It's like I'm lost inside your ecstasy, wondering if we could be in heaven. We make our reality. I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss, consumed in action. I've never known a life like this, a stranger's kiss, the sweet attraction. I've never known a love like this, forbidden bliss. I'm yours, me home. Take me home. Take me home. Hold me in your heaven. I won't forget the thrill of it all. Take me home. Take me home. Take me home.
All right, Sandpoint fans, and we are back. Sandpoint getting ready to go up against Rigby for match point. This could go in Sandpoint's favor. This is going to be a push map, so we're going to have a robot in the center of the map that the teams are going to push back and forth. The robot pushes a wall for them, and whoever gets their wall the farthest at the end of the time makes it. There is two kind of locations that can exist in a match. Sandpoint trying to go forward and push that point, going with a similar composition to what they had last match. Robot going in Rigby's favor at the start. Not a huge deal at this point in time. As you can see, this is a 10-minute match, so this is definitely a longer match of the matchups. But it does go by quickly for the players. So Rigby getting a little movement on there. Sandpoint providing the support that needed. Everett, that's our Hanzo's name. That's what I was able to figure out during the break. Everett getting some work as a Hanzo. Anna as Nick disrupting a little more than sometimes an Anna does. But they're going. Ronan going forward, trying to provide some kind of overlap and getting eliminated by the Lucio. Anna getting attacked. Oop, don't want that one. Let's see, just checking some stuff. Okay. Sandpoint trying to prevent them from getting that spot. May giving off her ult, getting some out of it, getting rid of that Junkrat, or getting some out of that. Let's see here, Sandpoint going to be able to make it to that first checkpoint. The wall stalls just for a little bit while they get there. Sandpoint getting up. Nick getting a little bit of help, trying to get some help to Unicorn there. Finally able to make it happen. The robot getting under Sandpoint's control for the first time this round. Maywall falling. Sandpoint needing to stick with that robot to keep it moving, otherwise it just pauses in place. Sandpoint getting him past that midpoint. Now Sandpoint being able to push this point for the first time.
Guys, I would like moral support.
Anna getting kind of soloed by the tank. Doesn't typically work in Anna's favor, but able to get away. Sandpoint pushing this robot as best they can. Moira getting eliminated in the end. Hanzo getting up, trying to provide some kind of chaos, getting rid of that.
No, you were at half HP.
Ronan. Oh, not Ronan's down.
I'm walking the hog. I'm walking the hog. Shush.
So, Sandpoint making that robot continue to move, throwing enough disruption and staggering the players just enough. They're not able to make anything happen. Definitely like to see that. Roadhog getting a little low. Nick getting eliminated by a May. Hanzo coming in, getting eliminated by whatever that was.
So many ults there. I mean, we just did too.
Genji going in, trying to eliminate those support characters from the behind. DPS or support, either one is a win. Getting that elimination for Ronan. A little celebration happening in the background from, I think, that? I don't really know. Pushing back. Nick missing his sleep shot. Sandpoint not quite getting back to past the point where Rigby was able to get. Sandpoint jumping around. Rigby giving up the points. Maybe a little easy. I think Sandpoint kind of pulling them back. Nick again missing his sleep shot. Needs to hit those to make some differences. Anti on all of the characters. Leaving, I think, getting rid of the Lucio, getting rid of support. Noah trying to get some healing. Doing some healing, trying to make a little bit of difference. Sleeping. There we go. Sandpoint, tank for tank. We'll take that, especially kind of being in control of the bot. Nick having one earlier kind of good sleep. Very, big. Moving point very slowly, trying to get him to that next point, trying to get rid of that Mei. Genji backing up, getting away. Oops, I guess I should switch to the other one. There we go. That way I can see everybody happening at the same time. Everett being dead, coming back. Sandpoint a little bit back. Sandpoint needing to go and push that point a little farther in order to make something happen. Mei low. Not able to finish Mei off, though. Mei likely healed up. Alright. One ult for Sandpoint. Potentially two more coming. We'll see. Yeah, Sandpoint getting rid of that tank, being able to hopefully push back Rigby a little farther.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do you. You ran right in front of me.
Yep. Nick having a misclick on his thing. Getting a sleep on that Mei was a big potential for Mei. Mei walling off, isolating Sandpoint from their tanks. Noah able to back out and away, getting away and providing that Mei. Mei ulting, getting pretty much everyone.
She's 24. She's 24 and 4.
Sandpoint, Ronan, thinking about using his blade.
We need to talk about it.
Ronan not getting much for his ult. I believe he's switching. Nick's changing as well, moving over to Baptiste. Sandpoint. Ooh, Ronan getting just destroyed in that mix-up right there. Baptiste staying in it. Rigby holding that point long ways away. Orisa getting eliminated. That May still up. Baptiste backing off. Sandpoint needing to take this in order to make something happen. Sandpoint changing up their thing. Looks like we're going with Monkey. Winston, for those that don't know it, he's a monkey. That's why they call him Monkey.
Well, I hit the curve on accident. And it just went down. Dude, it's another one.
Sandpoint getting eliminated. Rigby maybe going to be able to push this point all the way. Can they make it? Or Rigby almost making it all the way to the end. Do we want? Maybe they'll make it. Everett trying to get something to happen. That Lucio.
What are you doing? No! Heal me, Helena!
All right, Sandpoint. Last kind of push that they're going to probably have. 30 seconds, so they cannot leave this robot. Everyone is on the robot. No moving from the robot. It's pretty much the way that this is going to work. Hopefully the supports recognizing that, knowing that they got to stay in that range. May shielding, or whatever that's called. Okay, May popping off again. This May is definitely getting a lot of use. Sandpoint not having left the robot, not able to make that happen. Alright, so that one goes to Rigby. So this will be match point at the end. Make a few changes and we will be back. All right, Sandpoint fans, we are back into it. This time we're going to be doing some escort, which is similar to the hybrid, except you don't have to capture the point first. You're just going from the start. Sandpoint looks like they're on the defense first. There will be an option to be on defense and an option to be on offense. The defense's turn idea is to hold that point as long as possible and to stall as long as possible. Just like with escort or with the hybrid, if we have them, we want them to kind of get some information. Everett doing an early marker, trying to figure out what characters we're going to be going up against. Rigby coming out strong, using looks like a pretty similar comp to what they had last time. We'll just have to see on that one because I don't have it available. Looks like maybe going with a Genji instead of Mei this time. Alari getting some use out of that healing beam. Unfortunately, not able to help out that tank enough. Sandpoint kind of getting pushed back early game, but there's plenty of game still left. Lucio causing a little bit of ruckus. Ronan trying to get something out of his Junkrat. Sandpoint or Rigby almost. Yeah, Junkrat just getting on point just enough in order to prevent that point from getting captured on the first round. Just like what we had before, if we have a Sandpoint character on there, that will prevent it from being moved forward. Sandpoint finally getting on that point. A little late, almost too late, but you know, close enough that it prevented it from increasing that timer even more. So getting just that stall, like I said, that's what we're looking for whenever we're running through these. Everett trying to get a few headshots off. Getting a little bit on there. The recent nerf on him on Hanzo definitely not working in Sandpoint's favor for this. Having ult ready, potentially going to use it. No, going to save that for the next team fight. Sandpoint pushing forward. It's okay as long as they control the one spot that prevents them from coming in. However, being smart and not letting that point get potentially sneakily advanced, protecting that objective and making sure that it does not go without a fight. Ronan getting ready. Sitting down, waiting to have it. Have to always refamiliarize myself with how Ronan has his set up. Genji coming in, trying to get rid of that Junkrat. Not enough. Nick hurting, but able to help and support, putting down his thing, helping himself a little bit. Moira popping off her ult. Sandpoint still stalling this payload in a great spot right here. Sandpoint able to hold this corner. Sandpoint pushing up. Rigby probably having one, maybe two pushes. Definitely one team push left. So Sandpoint needing to watch and make sure that that does not happen. At least one ult saved up. Looks like two ults saved up. That could be used to stop this payload from getting advanced. Mauga coming onto the field, kind of a almost last ditch by Rigby. Sandpoint, where do they ult here? Will he ult? When's that Hanzo gonna ult? We're just waiting for it. Oh, come on. I wanted it to be right there. Rigby getting on point. That's not good. Getting that Bastion. Bastion going down. Hanzo getting eliminated. Ronan getting out there. Used his ult on something. Didn't get much out of it because I didn't notice. Olari getting up and around, trying to provide some stall tactics, providing that extra healing, keeping that tank alive. Everett not getting too much, getting a little bit from there. Nope, Sandpoint needing to get this point. If they're able to clear this point and they would get it on overtime. Sandpoint needing to jump on there, stay on there, don't let anyone on, eliminate everyone they can. That Moira jumping away. Sandpoint, now their challenge is to get past that point. So if they can get to the first spot, they get the point. So we will see how that goes. So they need to get it past 95.51 meters in that entire time. So let's see how Sandpoint does. We'll be right back. Alrighty, and we're back. Sandpoint going to be on the offensive this time. Me just holding off as long as I can, making sure, even though should be a 2-minute stream delay, that no one gets any advantage from seeing anything slightly earlier. So Sandpoint going out, running out, trying to grab that point. Their objective, make it past 95.51. You can see that counter in the left-hand side, and the time kind of just above that. So they have 3 minutes, 3 minutes to make it so that they're doing better. Looks like they're going May again. May getting eliminated, helping that Roadhog, trying to make sure that that May is not the chaos that it was last game. Alonzo jumping on the point, Sandpoint knowing if they get 3 on point, that is the best that they can do. Though it looks like they jumped to 2. So Sandpoint slowly pushing forward, wanting to try and get past that point. That's all they need to do. Rigby well aware of the requirements. You can see it slightly outlined on the ground there, just saying, hey, get your payload to here and you win. May dropping and making sure that the Junkrat isn't able to get back to friends. Sandpoint backing up. May using her ult, getting nothing out of it. That is absolutely massive for Sandpoint. Getting the May, let's see, the Lucio. Can the Lucio go? Lucio, I think I got it. Orisa using her ult, not getting anything out of it. Sandpoint getting the elimination. Can they push this the final little distance for the W? Sandpoint for the W, making it just over the top of them. Make sure you hit tab so that we can see what the points are. Thank you. Perfect. All right, Sandpoint getting this. Let's go to Unicorn Go, see how his reaction is on play of the game. Oh, throwing it right in the middle of there. Sandpoint getting that elimination, making a difference. That is GG's. Sandpoint with the W. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you at the next game.